Hey Aries, how are we today? Just doing our weekly reading. This week we are doing a bit of everything reading, okay? So we're going to be looking at, some important messages just in general, important messages in regard to love, as well as pulling a few cards for health, and then some for social as well. Being such a busy time of the year, wanting to do a bit of a check-in with what's happening on the social aspect for everybody as well. Okay, please subscribe if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. But this week we are using, I've got our main deck, the Red Hand Lenormand. So a lot of extra cards in that particular deck. So hopefully we'll be getting lots of interesting messages. And starting us off today, we have the messages from the Fairies Oracle. Okay, so getting sort of straight into it for you, Aries. Okay, important message for Aries. What does Aries need to know right now? Important messages for our Aries, please. Just going to grab one more for you. Okay, so the first one we have for you here, Aries, we have the holiday card. Okay, it does say the answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation, retreat, or holiday getaway. So it is definitely that time of year where a lot of people are sort of planning holidays, getaways, all those sorts of things. So, if there's specific issues that you're having just in general here, Aries, getting away from everything, the mundane, getting away from the just the day-to-day stuff and doing something different with your time, going on a bit of a holiday. So even if you're not planning actual holidays, over the Christmas season, it kind of just lets us know to sort of, make sure we're setting aside some time to do something a little bit different, get away from, just the basis of your life. So even if that's something like just doing a little day trip and going somewhere, exploring a new town or park or something along those lines, just giving yourself just a set time to, take a holiday, so to speak. So really taking a bit of a break for yourself from everything going on around you, and the answers may just sort of come when you're least expecting them if you are allowing yourself that sort of time there. But for others of you, I'm definitely picking up that there definitely could be some travel going on for a couple of you as well. We do have the love life card as well. The basis of your question involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. We will come back to that one when we are looking more specifically at love, but I'll grab some Lenormand in regard to general messages for you, Aries. Okay, Aries. Important messages for our Aries, please. Okay, can I just get clarity for those last two, please? Clarity for those last two. Okay, that's a very interesting message. But we do have I'll get started for you, Aries, but I am seeing a heavy pull toward the love relationship stuff for you today, Aries. So we will obviously get to it. I will be drawing cards specifically for love, but I am just sort of seeing a very strong energy around love and relationships for you at the moment, Aries. Firstly, we do have the Beetle card, though. So the Beetle card, its main basis is sort of talking about teamwork. A lot of bugs do sort of need to work as a team to achieve a common goal. So there is a need for you to, work on some sort of common goal with others at the moment here. I am feeling that this is linked up with that holiday energy. So for some of you, you maybe that common goal may be to take a bit of a break with somebody or some few people, like a few people, or just, when you are taking time to yourself, getting away from things, doing something that is, socially involved, all right? So involves some sort of teamwork, a bonding sort of experience. So for some of you, this getaway may even be like a work bonding experience type thing. I know that a lot of workplaces do those sorts of little, getaways where you go and do some team building exercises. And that's exactly the sort of vibe I'm getting here. We also do see with that beetle, the beetles do have this really tough exterior shell around themselves, but then you can kind of see the beautiful wings underneath, very fragile, beautiful wings underneath. So there is also this element of you needing to come out of your shell a little bit, needing to, not focus so much on putting this hard exterior up around yourself here, Aries, but teamwork definitely being quite important at the moment, for you, Aries. So I am feeling that for a lot of you, that is, possibly career related, but also connected to that holiday. So so there may even be this element of at work type energy where we're all trying to work towards this common goal of needing to get certain things done before we do get to go on our little Christmas holiday break, or that kind of thing as well. So there may be some sort of common goal that you're trying to achieve in order to get to the holidays. So there may be that could be playing out within career. It could be playing out within your personal life as well, just in general there. It is the general portion, so it's probably going to be playing out in multiple different ways, but the need to work as a team is coming through quite strongly. So making sure you are taking the input of others, and if you are planning on a holiday with somebody else or other people, really try to consider the needs of the whole rather than your individual needs, and letting yourself put down that hard exterior a little bit, and be a little bit more vulnerable with that. When you go on holiday, you want to be able to let loose and be yourself. So I really am seeing that coming through, that, working toward a goal with others, not just goals for yourself here, Aries. But then what we're seeing, we do have the clouds. Okay, so the clouds is all about your thoughts, you being up in your head a little bit here, and it's really kind of overthinking to the point of anxiety, and you're overthinking something to the point where it's clouding your judgment. Like you're not thinking about this clearly. You're not able to see that clearly anymore because you're sort of overthinking it so much that it's kind of the simple, like, I'm kind of getting that the simple answer is the true answer here, Aries, and because you're overthinking something so much, you're trying to find all these really complicated answers, but at the end of the day, it feels like the simple answer is the most correct, and you're totally passing that by because you're so busy thinking about all the other possibilities. I am getting a strong element too that you, quite a lot of you are so focused on, overthinking all the potential negative outcomes here, that you're forgetting to think about the positive outcomes that could come from this as well. So for some of you, this may be stress, just a little bit of stress showing, linking back to that teamwork stuff, that whatever that common goal is, you may just be a little bit stressed about that as well. But it is mostly sort of overpowering this next energy that we're seeing. So I am seeing, which is kind of very interesting, because the next card we have is the astral. Okay, so that's kind of, in a way, it's kind of the opposite of being stuck in your thoughts, because this is all your energy base, your, what's going on in the other realm of reality for you. So not actual reality, more to do with the energy of what's going on for you here. Following your intuition, listening to astral messages, your dream messages, things that are going on for you within the energy of yourself and your soul, rather than the reality of life itself. So there's something that you're actually overthinking. So I really feel like for a lot of you, this is like your intuition, your spirit is kind of, the universe is trying to tell you something, and you are overthinking it so much to the point that you're losing the message because you're really focusing on the negative outcomes, or the negative possibilities, or the negative interpretations of what the universe is trying to tell you here, what your dreams are trying to tell you, where it's once again back to that, the simplest answer a lot of the time is the right one. So it does feel as though there's something going on. This is your third eye, this astral card. So it's what you can see beyond reality. Right. So this is really, your intuition, the universe, God trying to talk to you, and you're just sort of getting so stuck in your thoughts, and the reality of that can't be right. It must be this or this or this, and you're actually not seeing that it is right. Your intuition is right. What you're being told here from the universe is right. Okay, and what I'm sort of seeing that is in regard to, it's got to do with, we do have the ring clarifying that message. So it does feel for a lot of you, it's got to do with, the ring usually does talk about relationships, but I do not feel as though this is necessarily an external connection that we're looking at. I feel like we're looking at, your connection with yourself, and you being able to trust your intuition. You're so sort of stuck in reality that you're totally ignoring the energy, the non-reality stuff. So, that these kind of fight against each other because, the clouds asks us to use our logic, whereas this has no there's no logic to, a lot of stuff going on in energy. There's usually no logic. Whereas, if you're trying to think about that with the logic of, reality, a lot of the time it's not necessarily right because, society in general, and us ourselves, fear takes control in the reality, and there's so much stuff that society tells us this is right and this is wrong, that a lot of the time we totally miss the full truth, that our intuition is trying to tell us that this is the truth, this is what's happening, but because we're so stuck in that reality, we're missing it a little bit. So it's just asking you to, really look at that connection within yourself, and trust your intuition a lot more, because it really does feel like the universe is trying to get a bit of a message through to you here. For some of you, I am getting that it could be a love relationship as well. Like I said, I am getting a strong pull in the direction of love for you today, Aries, and we did see this oracle card talking about your love life in specific. So I am getting a strong pull that for some of you, this is in regard to your intuition is trying to tell you something about a relationship, about some sort of romantic relationship here, and you're sort of stuck so hard in reality, or just doing what you think you need to do, that you're not actually following your intuition and your energy and your true heart space here, I feel, Aries. So really, really working on regaining that connection with yourself. But we'll have a look at love specifically. Okay, Aries. What's going on for Aries? Important messages for Aries with romantic love, please. Why are we seeing that message? Oh. Okay, Aries. Firstly, we have the octopus. Okay, and that came out with the city. So that's pretty straightforward, actually, telling me here that, this is slightly continuing on from that overthinking in reality message there, Aries, where, what we're actually seeing here with the octopus, it does talk about a lot of different things. I'm getting a very frenetic kind of energy from these two here. So it's kind of very much like, the octopus can talk about having your, having your hands in all different things. So I feel like maybe one of you are dating multiple people, and trying to dip your pen in different pots here, and trying to work out, shuffling this multitasking kind of energy. But that's only maybe one or two of you. But what I'm seeing mostly here, the octopus card really can talk a lot more, a lot about, how like an octopus will squirt ink to hide itself from, predators or whatever. That's what you're doing, Aries. You've kind of squirted your ink all over the place, and you're trying to hide from something. There's something that you're trying to hide from within yourself. I feel that you're trying to sort of camouflage yourself with this busyness. All right, the city is all about, busyness and a lot going on, keeping really busy, keeping yourself distracted, and you're doing it as a camouflage for what's really going on. You're kind of hiding behind staying busy, to hide what's really going on for you when it comes to love. So a lot of you maybe sort of have a lot going on in your love life, but I feel that for a lot of you, once again, this is what we're hiding from. This is what we're camouflaging. Whatever this is going on in your energy, you're really trying to sort of, put a wall up between you and that, so that you can't see it. And that's kind of, I'm getting that pretty straightforward, that you're camouflaging yourself with this busyness, this busy energy from that city card, to really, really kind of distract yourself, I'm getting. We do have the birds coming out for you there, which, it does sort of talk about, so for some of you, the ones of you where you may be seeing multiple people, it's talking about, having lots of different conversations, trying to keep, I feel like for those of you that's the case, it's like trying to keep your conversations on track. So, what am I talking about with this person? What was I up to with that person? What have I told this person already? And, so I am getting a little bit of that energy coming through. But it's a lot of chatter going on, a lot of, sometimes it can talk about gossip, but I'm not feeling that that's right for you at the moment, Aries. But it's really talking about, I feel like there's an important conversation for a lot of you that you're avoiding. And it's, once again, I feel like that, hang on, I'm just going to clarify, because I am feeling that for some of you, that conversation is with yourself. Pardon? But like with that astral version of yourself. Clarify the bird's energy for Aries, please. Yeah, so we do have that clarified by the letter. So yeah, there's definitely a conversation or some sort of communication that you're trying to avoid here. Your intuition is, your intuition is telling you that you need to have a conversation with somebody, or you need to speak to somebody. You need to maybe reach out to somebody. You need to communicate with somebody. I can see clearly who that is, because I did clarify that entire message before. But you really are in this mode of trying to hide from this energy and trying to keep yourself busy and distracted, from kind of avoiding this conversation here, because I'm strongly feeling that, this person that you're wanting to have this conversation with, they're in here, they're in your energy, they're in your astral, they're in your energy, and I'm feeling there's a really strong pull to this person, but you're really, trying to control your thoughts about this, and trying to not think about this person. And the potential, it is potentially a relationship for a lot of you here too, that I'm not sort of seeing clearly, because you're hiding your energy from yourself so much. I'm not really seeing 100% clearly who this person is. Well, I'm seeing who they are to you, but what you want from this person, or how you truly, what you actually, why you're hiding from this. Why is Aries hiding from this? We had the coffin and the tree flip, so it's something that has ended, and you're kind of, you know, still healing. I feel that there's a lot of love there, though. I did see the heart as well, but we have the candle clarifying that person. So, you know, this is like an old flame, somebody that you still burn a flame for this person. Somebody, I feel like for a lot of you, this is, you know, that the candle is that energy of you burning a candle in the window and hoping that, you know, the long lost person comes home. So if, I feel for a lot of you that this is somebody, you know, your heart, you're hiding the fact that you still burn a flame from this for this person, and that, you know, I do feel that you want with that communication there. I am feeling that you either need to or want to have a conversation with this person and want to reach out to this person, but you're, you know, really trying to stop yourself, hide from that, keep yourself busy and distracted so that you don't, for some reason there. So I'm not sure why you're so adamant that you need to control this and not have this conversation. Why is Aries, once again, why is Aries stopping themselves from following their heart? You may be waiting for them to reach out to you. You you may be waiting for news from somebody else. I feel like this rose here and the rider is talking about there may be somebody else. And I did pick up there that with that octopus energy that for some of you, you may have your hands in multiple pots here. So I feel like for some of you, you may be in another connection. And this is actually an old, like another person. So I'm feeling the energy of more than one person around you here, Aries. And I do feel as though a lot of you may be, you know, already in a connection but wanting an old connection. Let me know in the comments if that's what's going on for you yourself, Aries. Although you may not tell me because you're trying to hide from this past energy. It does feel as though you do still have, you know, well, deep-seated feelings with that candle energy. There is some deep feelings there that, you know, with that tree, clarify why you're hiding that. You may be trying to tell yourself that you've gotten past that, that you've healed from that, and you're not going back to that. Very interesting. But you'll probably know better than me, Aries. But, you know, Spirit is sort of asking you to stop hiding from what your intuition is telling you and start listening to your intuition. So if that is in regard to a past flame, then, you know, listen to your intuition. The universe is really trying to guide you a certain way for a reason, you know, for your highest good. So I do feel as though this camouflage, keeping yourself busy energy, it's not serving your highest good here. Okay. Maybe that conversation does need to happen. Maybe even if it's just for closure with this past person, it does feel as though, you know that it needs to happen, and it does feel as though it does need to happen. All right, but Aries, what's going on with Aries with their physical health, please? No news is good news, Aries. We have the ship. So once again, you may just be trapped. You know, if you are having some existing health issues, getting away and traveling is definitely, you know, that holiday is definitely going to help you, you know, proceed in a positive light with your health here. You know, it really does seem as though travel may actually be really, really positive for your health at the moment, Aries. We also do have the lily. So I'm getting with the lily there that for some of you there may be some long-term health issues that it's not okay. I'm it's something that you're having to deal with long term. Okay, and you already know that. For those of you where it is a long-term health issue, you already know that this is long-term. It's not about hoping that it's going to go away magically. It's about learning how to deal with this long term. It may, at sometimes it may be better than others, but it's like, preparation is going to help you here, Aries. If you know how to deal with this when it does, get worse or pop up, um, this is something that you may have to deal with long term. And I am getting that for a couple of you. This has got to do with neurodivergency issues. Okay, so some sort of mental health issues that um, it's kind of, you do need to accept for a lot of you there that a lot of the time when we do have neurodivergency or mental health issues that, a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time, these are things that we're going to have to deal with our whole entire life. Okay, I'm neurodivergent myself. I do have a mental illness, and I have, sometimes I'll be fine. Sometimes things will be totally fine, but then, something may happen, and all of a sudden, boom, I have to start dealing with these mental health issues all over again. And so preparing myself and learning how I need to be dealing with things, learning more about those issues that I have. Like I'm not going to lie, a couple of years ago, I did have, a severe backpedal. I had some stuff happen in my personal life, and I did basically have a breakdown or multiple breakdowns, and I had some serious things popping up for myself. And that has really helped me learn, though, how I need to move forward into the future to avoid that happening to me again, where I let myself get to that point again. Being able to understand the signs and symptoms and understand myself a little bit more in order to avoid that occurring in the future for me as well. So really talking about preparation, for the long term, dealing with this long term. Those of you that's an issue, you are going to know already that that's what we're talking about. All right, but a holiday is always good. So very interesting, because I'm an Aries moon as well. So Aries, a lot of the time does have relevancy for me as well. And seeing the strong holiday vibe there, I will share with you, Aries. I'm not really even telling anybody, even in my personal life, that I am going on a super big holiday for about a week, and at the end of January. So I'm looking forward to that so much, because it's actually going to be my very first time going overseas. So I'm super excited for that. So don't tell anyone, Aries. Like I said, I'm for some reason, I don't know why, but I've just felt drawn to keep it pretty private at this point. So you'll probably be one of the only ones that know about that, but you will know when it actually happens, though, because I will be filming from different location and whatnot. So, but we'll have a quick look here at what's going on for you socially as well, Aries. Wow, so far you and Cancer having the biggest longest reading. I think it was Cancer. No, maybe it was Cancer. Having super long readings this week. Okay, Aries, what's going on for our Aries with social aspects, please? Okay, there's a person in your friendship group, Aries. This is the feminine energy. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it is a feminine. It's just something. It's actually, I feel like for a lot of you, it is talking about a specific person, but for a lot of you, this is actually talking about your side of this, talking about your emotions, your emotional side, needing to make a decision here. We do have the crossroads, needing to make some sort of choice or decision in regard to a friend. So we have the dog coming through as well. So there is, an emotional decision that you need to make about a friend, someone within your social group that you've been spending. I do feel as though with that coming out like that, I do feel like this is somebody that you have been spending a lot of time with. and you are needing to make some sort of decision when it comes to this person. What is this decision regarding, please? So we've got the key and the heart there. So that talks about you choose like an emotional decision to be more vulnerable with this person, open up to this person. Um, it Yeah, it feels like honest, like it feels like some sort of honesty, like being more honest with somebody about how you do truly feel. Um, More information, please. What? Why does Aries need to open up to this person, or choose to, whether they're going to open up to this? Why is this coming up for Aries within their social aspect? Hang on, those clarifiers are not coming through clearly. Who is this person to Aries? How will Aries know who this person is? Oh, okay. I was feeling a more current energy from that person, but it appears that it may not be somebody that you're currently speaking to. This may be connected to that astral energy, an emotional decision. We have the dog card, so it's someone. It will, we're looking at social aspects. So it's somebody that you did consider a close. So I am getting that, especially too with the opening up your heart and opening the door to success with maybe love here, because it may be someone. This past flame may be somebody that you did have a very close friendship with, as well as love interest. It may have been a friend. They may have started as a friend. You may have thought that they were more of a friend than a romantic interest, but now you're realizing that it's deeper than that. Because how you will know who this person is, we have the flowers and the mice. So the mice tells us that this is somebody from your past, and it tells us that it's kind of been niggling away at you. So that's why I'm kind of really feeling that this is all linked up with that astral and that candle energy, because I feel like this is the person you're trying to avoid thinking about this person. But with the flowers, that you'll know who this person is, because maybe you were involved in. You want to give to this past connect. You want to give to this connection. Maybe they are a very giving person. The flowers is all about giving. So maybe they're a very giving type of person, and you're actually realizing that, hang on, I want to start giving to them in return. I am getting that, for a lot of you, that this may have been a one-sided relationship at some point, and you maybe didn't give it your all. You maybe didn't truly open up to this person in the past. And you're wanting to make this emotional decision to actually, be more loyal and compassionate with this person. Have that person be a companion, open your heart up to them, start, open the door to a new opportunity for romance with this person, with giving yourself to this person. Very interesting, Aries. So that's not going to resonate for everyone, of course, but you are more than welcome to check your other placements. Okay, do subscribe to the channel if you're not already. But hopefully I will see you all again soon. I do hope that resonated for a couple of you. But, if you take nothing else from that message, go on a holiday. Okay, Aries. Well, thanks for your time.